Cougars, worldly creatures with steel resolve, insatiable hunger, and looks to kill. And you don't have to look far to find them. In fact, one could be in your cul-de-sac right now. Cougars, the jewels of the wild, tonight on Untamed Nature. This episode of Untamed Nature is brought to you through the pages of Star Magazine. For what it lacks in honest journalism, it more than makes up for by doing a yeoman's service in healing sore eyes.
Alright, let's get real. Star Magazine owns its inauguration on my channel. To the love of my life, Courteney Cox! 15 ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Hey there, you're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget, and welcome to our weekend show. We'll return to Jules Cobb and our Cul-De-Sac Crew a little later, but first, a word about Star Magazine. Just like almost all the other rag mags in Hollywood, Star Magazine's reputation for authentic celebrity news is rather spotty at best, but at least it's a fun read. However, this particular copy from January 6, 2014, picked up from home base Unique in Patterson for 99 cents, is rather tinged with scandal, at least on the right side of the cover. Predominantly on the left side, it's rather peppy and upbeat, and fairly accurate. It's official, Princess Kate's pregnant again. Alright, kudos. On the right, what went wrong? Carrie Underwood's marriage to Mike Fisher in ruins because of the Sound of Music Live? What went wrong? The story as a whole, it's fairly false. Duck Dynasty scandal, family vows, no film, no show. That's the aftermath of Phil Robertson making some rather stupid comments about gay people. And troubled Selena, headed for rehab. Yeah, Selena Gomez in trouble again, headed for rehab. I'm not really scandal forward, but in service I'll be highlighting a few scandals in the article 2013's Biggest Scandals in Soccer a little bit later in this issue, which retails $3.99 in the US, $5.49 in Canada. But first and foremost, back to the hunt. Back to Cougar Town! That name, surprisingly great sitcom that I would never have gotten acquainted with if it weren't for her. And if you're unaware, I've been getting rather acquainted with Jules Cobb and her Cul-De-Sac Crew in 2 of 3 seasons of the Bill Lawrence production. I'll leave those links below. Here you see a not one, but 2 full-page ad for the 5th season premiere of the Bill Lawrence production on its new home, TBS, Tuesday, January 7th at 10/9 Central. This is the sober ad, and this is the drunk ad. Here on the left, you see Jules and her crew holding their big wine glasses. Did you know that Jules has a penchant for naming her big wine glasses? And here on the right, that just shows you what will happen if you pound too much grape for your own good. If you're not familiar with the Cul-De-Sac Crew, this is their de facto leader and the cougar of my dreams, Jules Cobb, aka Courteney Cox, who's also one of the show's executive producers. And from left to right, we have here Andy, his equally hot wife Ellie, Grayson, Jules' husband, her son Travis, her ex-husband, and equal confidant, also Andy's bestie, Bobby, and a feisty real estate assistant, Laurie, who's equally sizzling, and right now, dating Travis, much to her great chagrin. So yeah, there's a pretty good reason why they need to pound some grape. And if they're not pounding grape, they're pinching pennies and throwing them high like the spirits into a can in a rousing game of penny can. That's Cougar Town in a nutshell. And really, we just reached the halfway mark of Cougar Town in this issue. We could talk about this all day, but you know what? That would be a rather substantial issue. So, we gotta highlight some stories. And we'll do just that right now. In Star Shops, Teenage Dreams. Bella Thorne and her sister Danny thought up designs for their new collection of prom and quinceanera dresses, Bella by Sherry Hill. I still have fond memories of crushing majorly on Bella Thorne and Zendaya, Cece and Rocky during their shaking up days. Nowadays, one more than the other. But anything to keep those memories moving and grooving. Moving on to body language. Karina Smirnoff just couldn't take her eyes off of Joe Manganiello's sizzling spread at a party for his Muscle and Fitness magazine cover debut at True Nightclub. Yeah, I only have this to say about Joe Manganiello, given the fact that I did his Evolution Fitness book. That review will be linked downstairs as well. This dude can make a duck do the backstroke. That's just how magnetic he is. His True Blood and Magic Mike days really did him good. Moving on to Courtside Cuties. Top Chef host Padma Lakshmi treated her daughter Krishna to a primo seat at the New York Knicks game against the Washington Wizards at Madison Square Garden. Yes, courtside at the Garden of Dreams. Mom and me. So now I want to ask you, have you ever tried to score a selfie with a celeb courtside at a basketball game, or really at any other sporting event for that matter? The comment section's open, and I want to hear ya. Moving on, in the Star Hot seat, we have a new hot cookbook on our hands. In this application, hot is kind of pushing it. Fun, quirky, and practical. Not to mention healthy, yes. This would be Ellie Krieger, Food Network's Healthy Appetite, and one of her then new cookbooks called Weeknight Wonders. Delicious, healthy dinners in 30 minutes or less. 150 recipes, guilt-free desserts. Yeah, that would be worth seeking out. I did a Ellie Krieger cookbook before. I want to do So Easy next. We also have here Best Dressed of the Week in the Star Fashion section. Margot Robbie, Julia Roberts, Camila Alves McConaughey, Anna Kendrick, Olivia Wilde, and Zoe Saldana. They're all rather spiffy, but for me, the real attraction is down here. Cougar Town! Item 3 of 4. Tuesdays are for toasting. Grab your wine glass and get ready for a brand new season of Cougar Town, because sometimes in life, sip happens. And we'll be sipping some more out of Jules' big wine glass a little bit later. But now, duty bound, it's time to highlight 2013's biggest scandals and shockers. I didn't want to do this, but what must be done will be done. We got scandals involving Owen Wilson, Leah Remedi, Zac Efron, Britney Spears, etc. Oh, but this one, Nigella Lawson attacked by her then-husband, Art Collector Charles Saatchi. I looked him up, read his story, and yeah, the guy's a bit of a total tool. No wonder my date divorced. No man should ever put their hands on a woman in anger. Whoever does needs to be dumped and caged soup to nuts.
Hit a woman? You don't hit a woman around me, Jack, and I'll stick a foot up your ass.
The next page is really no better or worse if you're into celebrity scandals involving Amanda Bynes, Kyle Richards and her husband Mauricio Mansky, now estranged husband, Reese Witherspoon, and Justin Bieber, Breaking Bad. Hopefully he shed his bad boy image for good. He's a family man now, husband and father. Stay that way. But here, Miley Cyrus misbehaving. Okay, if she ended that way off the stage, then that would be cause for concern. But here she's just setting her Disney image for good at the MTV Video Music Awards. Rather questionable, but hey, it's a form of artistic, uninhibited expression. Free to be Miley. And then finally here, we have scandals with Khloe Kardashian, the Giudices, Teresa Giudice, well, seasonal spring chicken, but a rather fine cook. I have a cookbook. Will Smith, Paula Dean's empire crumbling, but hey, she's a southern thoroughbred. She continues to run her own race, whether we like it or not. And really, we should savor it. The recipes, not the woman behind them. You do you. But in the untimely death section, this is where we get a little bit somber. And I don't like getting somber. But if you're unfamiliar with Gia Alamond, she was a contestant on Jake Pavelka's season of The Bachelor. She got rejected, but then rebounded with an NBA player, Ryan Anderson. Sadly, at the age of 29, she hurt herself after calling her mom Donna one last time. Corey Monteith of Glee, singer Mindy McCready, James Gandolfini of The Sopranos, one of the finest dramas, and Paul Walker, of course, of the Fast and Furious franchise. He was memorialized the way he brought himself to stardom, fast and furiously. It's not the same without him. But moving on to happier times, we have here the entertainment section and the Fab 5 TV recommendations. Number 1, obviously, is Cougar Town in its 5th season premiere. This is Jules trying to cope with the fact that her assistant Lori is dating her son Travis. But that's really an appetizer for the entree, which comes the next episode, the Monica and Chandler reunion! Okay, not really, but in the next episode, the late great Matthew Perry, you know Chandler of Friends, reunites with Courteney Cox. Why aren't seasons 5 and 6 on DVD yet? The only other DVD release of Cougar Town is season 4, but that's outside of the US. It's a challenge to hunt that down, but baby, I'm trying. One more highlighted here, and that comes to us from Candice Kumai. This is Check It Out. In this case, she and they want you to check out her then new cookbook, her all-drink cookbook, Clean Green Drinks, about how more nutrition and fewer calories coming by way of drinks with flavor, hopefully, equals a healthy, slimmer you. It's an all-juice cookbook. I probably will buy it, review it, and then give it to David. He could use that. It could be far more serviceable to him than me. I took care of a Candice Kumai cookbook before, pretty delicious. I'm so psyched to get Cook Yourself Sexy underway, and that'll be done the week of Valentine's Day. That's probably my favorite cookbook of hers, and a most coveted find for me. That's it for me. There's really nothing else for me to highlight here. Granted, there are a few more articles and features on celebs, from Mariska Hargitay of Law & Order SVU to a Nutrisystem ad with Melissa Joan Hart. Also, there's a page missing out of this magazine, but I deemed it rather inconsequential. I think we've seen enough. No doubt, it gets the max of 5 claps. I was talking to a friend of mine, Tony Lynn, about this issue, and she told me I felt like I was in heaven. Really, the day will come when I actually get to meet this cougar. Jules, Courtney, and I do keep wishing upon a star for that day to come. But for now, it's magazines like this, and foxes like her, okay, foxes like all of them, that make the hunt pleasurable.
Man, you are hot as balls.
Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.